Today on Caps 13's GTV. The Pittsburg State Campus Christians Club holds their annual fundraiser. The Pittsburg Farmers Market prepares to unveil their new location. And a local bakery gets ready for their upcoming wedding season. All that and more on Caps 13's GTV.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of GTV. I'm Colin Terry.
And I'm Scott Eberting. This week, the Blood Moon captivates the Midwest, and later we tee off at the local golf course.
Last weekend, something big took place all over Pittsburg, and many received a kind blessing because of it. Over 850 students gathered Saturday morning to give back to the community. The big event, hosted by Pittsburg State University, happens every year and allows students to do community service projects. Some students did house maintenance while others did yard work. The big event covered about 122 job sites, and each one meant something. Hearts and Hammers collaborated with Pittsburg State construction students for homes in need of repairs. But for all the Pittsburg students, on Saturday, a helping hand was not a big deal.
Earlier this week, winter showed that it still has a grasp on the 4 states. On Monday night, temperatures hit just below freezing, causing a panic to gardeners, farmers, and anyone ready to put their coat away. Monday's high was 22 degrees below the average high for April 14th. Winds added to the poor conditions, making the high for Monday 42 degrees, and overnight temperatures dropped below 30 for most of the area. Local farmers are still surveying their crops for signs of damage. Forecasters expect the freeze to be the last of the spring. Campus Christians kicked off their 4th annual Tour de Hope event Wednesday. GTV's David Haig has more.
Campus Christian does an event every year out in the Oval where they raise money for people in need. This year the money is going to Syrian refugees in Jordan. James Backus says it's important to raise awareness for those who live overseas.
Well, with Tour de Hope, we're hoping to not only raise some money, but raise awareness of what's going on over in Syria and that area, and to let people know that there's just a ton of families that are hurting because of the Syrian war and the crisis that's going on over there, and to help raise money that we'll personally take over and make sure that people have food and make sure that people have some of the basic necessities in life.
At least 2.4 million Syrians have fled the country to seek refuge, often leaving with only their clothes on their back. Campus Christian member Tyler Cott says $1 to American is precious to them.
For those of who don't attend the event, it's important that they know that there's people around this world that could use the dollar they might have spent on a pop or a candy bar or McDonald's today. They can use it to eat. They can use it for any way during their life, their daily life. It's just, we need to really get that word out there that people need our money more, or our change, or just our spare change more than we do in our everyday life.
Jordan has about 582,000 refugees, with nearly 1.3 million Syrians who currently live there. James Backus will go on to say how much it makes a difference to these people's lives.
We're really trying to find a tangible way to make a difference. You know, we see news stories and we read about things in the paper, and it's easy to go, man, that's rough. But I take a team of students over every year, and we hand deliver the things that happen from Tour de Hope. We take that money and then pick up food and we hand deliver it. And so it's to bring a bridge between the school here and the events that are going on over there, and just to try to help people see that you may not be able to fix it, but you can do something that makes a difference and matters in people's lives.
Students had the chance to ride bikes or even dance with to their favorite song with their friends. Tour de Hope will continue through 7 p.m. tonight, Thursday, and will have a free dinner from 7 to 8. They'll be having closing services afterwards. For GTV, I'm David Haig.
Many across the world were up late looking to the skies Monday night. A lunar eclipse occurred and could be seen best in North and South America. The eclipse began around 1 a.m. and went early into Tuesday morning. A total lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth passes in front of the sun, blocking the sunlight from hitting the moon. Once this process happens, the moon turns red and is what some call the blood moon, which some say is a sign of the world ending or even biblical events. This is the first of 4 lunar eclipses to be happening about every 6 months, known as the lunar tetrad. Look to catch the next lunar eclipse this coming October.
All day Wednesday, PELP Phase 1 was on Pitt State campus for a great cause and to satisfy that sweet tooth. A bake sale was put on by students to benefit the Humane Society for a series of costs the shelter needs to ensure a healthy living style for the animals. Some of the baked goods were award-winning from first place Apple Day contestants Stephanie Powers and Catherine Geiger, and were only sold for $1.
It is an organization that they take in dogs and cats from the community and they give them a home until they're able to be adopted. So it's a really good thing to donate to, and that's why we're doing it. We're just trying to raise money for them to have food and for them to purchase things for the animals, and so it's been really successful. So I think we have a lot of money to donate, and so we're really excited about that.
On Wednesday, a wreck north of Frontenac left 6 people injured. The accident occurred around 10:20 a.m. April 16th. Semrad and her son Avery are in critical condition. They were hit on their way to the Special Olympics that morning. Also in serious condition is Trudy Richwine, who was in the same vehicle. Deanna Garrett of Pittsburg, Kansas is in critical condition. Hospital officials say that Kevin Graham of Webb City is in fair condition, and Douglas Simpson was treated for minor injuries and released. When we return, we'll go around the town and check out a bakery that has been part of Pittsburgh downtown for the last 14 years.
And later, we get a taste of Brazilian cuisine. Keep it right here.
Rose to glory as the 20s roared. I wept with you through dust and want, gave courage through dark years of war. And then came peace, and we laughed wholeheartedly once again.
It's late. I'm out. Forgot my copy. Yeah.
Spring is in the air, and for some, that means Easter egg hunting. Pitt State Student Activities Council held their annual Easter egg hunt for the kids. The event was moved indoors due to rain, but that did not stop the kids. The Easter Bunny was spotted at the event taking pictures with families and even hiding some eggs. Many were satisfied with the event, even though it was indoors. It was still considered a success.
Someone once told me you can't buy happiness, but you can buy cake. GTV's Marissa Hunn shows us a place that will bake you happy.
By Lori's is the longest operated, fully licensed bakery in Pittsburg, Kansas, baking and decorating cakes, cookies, and so much more. Lori Horton, store owner, says the interesting part of her business is that it's really diverse.
So we're not just a bakery. We also cater to anyone who loves to bake. So if we have all the supplies and all the goodies for you to do that, we also offer classes to teach people how to do our decorating. We have party supplies, we have balloons, we actually even do birthday parties for kids where you can bring your kids in and they get to decorate a little cake and have a lot of fun with that too.
One of the things that makes celebrations unique is their custom designs.
I think what really makes us unique and kind of stand out is that everything we do is custom. So you can come in here with an idea or a sketch that your child might have made of what they envisioned their birthday cake to look like, and we can recreate that. Not only that, everything we make is homemade from scratch.
Celebrations by Lori's is located on 602 North Broadway and ready to help you make any occasion special. For GTV, I'm Marisa Hunn.
Horton's Bakery is available on the web at www.celebrationsbylori.com.
Big Brutus annual Easter egg hunt kicks off on this Friday, April 18th. The event begins at 3:30 p.m. at West Mineral, Kansas. Any child under the age of 12 is free to attend. Word on the street says there is to be over 3,000 eggs hidden. For more information, visit bigbrutus.org.
The Pittsburg Farmers Market is now open at its new location on 11th and Broadway, downtown Pittsburg. The market debuts the building for the first time this Saturday, April 19th from 7:30 a.m. to noon. It will be open from April to October on Saturdays and will be open on the weekdays during the summer months. The structure, which has been in planning phases for 3 years, was completed just this week. The Pittsburg Farmers Market offers in-season produce, baked goods, jams and jellies, and other locally produced merchandise. Everything at the market is grown, raised, or made and sold by the vendors themselves, all within 75-mile radius of Pittsburgh. Coming up on GTV, we visit the Four Oaks Golf Course as the weather heats up.
And speaking of golf, we'll check in on the Pittsburg State golf team as they look to finish their season strong. We're back after this.
.6% of PSU students wear a seatbelt when riding in the car.
Did you know 90.9% of PSU students stay with the same group of friends when they're drinking?
77% of PSU students use a DD or safe ride when drinking.
Continue to do the gorilla thing, which means
do the right thing.
Saturday, April 19th, Senior Social Work Program student Bailey Williams will host a 5K color walk or run starting at Gorilla Village behind Carney Smith Stadium. The run is designed to raise funds for the Susan K. Komen Foundation for the Cure of Breast Cancer. All proceeds will go to the Kansas affiliate in Wichita, Kansas, where 75% of the funds will be distributed and remain in Kansas to pay for mammograms, education, and community outreach programs. The other 25% will go to the National Office for funding the research for breast cancer cures. Registration will be $25, the day of the race for those who have not pre-registered. Bring your own pink and support the cause. Sign-up begins at 8:30 a.m. and the race begins at 10 a.m. For more information, contact Bailey Williams at 405-466-5430 or colormepink_214 at yahoo.com.
If you are looking for a place to relax and hit the links, our very own Micah Nash has more.
Fresh air, exercise, and good times are here at Four Oaks Golf Course in Pittsburg, Kansas.
Golf as a whole, there's just so many different options. You know, it really makes you think. You can hit so many different types of shots from the same location. My favorite thing about golf is the individual aspect of it. You know, if you hit a good shot, you know, all the praise is on yourself, and by the same token, if you screw up, you have nobody but yourself to blame. And also, it's a lifelong sport. You can play it for however long you want to, unlike most other sports.
Local Pittsburg State University athletes, students, and local residents often enjoy Four Oaks when practicing or just playing for their own recreation and enjoyment.
Yeah, we have 18-hole golf course. The front nine's predominantly par 3s. It's a little bit shorter than the average golf course. We also have a driving range that's open to the public. Anyone could come out, hit a bucket of balls. And also, as I mentioned earlier, we have the putt-putt course, which is really affordable, and it's a cool little putt-putt course. It tailors to everyone's game because it's a shorter golf course. So if you're not an experienced golfer, you can come out here, and the front nine is pretty short, and you can still enjoy playing golf even if you aren't that great at it. It's not like other courses where it's super long and really tough. It poses challenges. It's a tough course, but it's not super tough. It's still pretty easy to play.
Established in the middle of the 1980s, Four Oaks Golf Course has continued to be a sweet escape and a great option for families throughout the local Pittsburg and Frontenac area so that they can come and enjoy themselves.
The course is in really good shape right now. Also, golf, especially if you walk, is a great source of exercising. And just being out here with nice weather, it's really relaxing. It's a lot easier for a family to come out and enjoy golf because even from 2 or 3 years old, younger kids can still come out and play golf and enjoy golf and be out with the family, whereas other outside sports such as tennis or something, it's going to be hard for a younger kid to play tennis and actually enjoy it. For high school age students and lower, any student still in high school, we have a summer pass which goes from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and it's only $75, I believe, for the pass, and that applies Monday through Thursday. So you come out and play 5 or 6 rounds of golf, and that covers that cost. So that's a really good deal for any younger kids interested in coming and playing golf.
Four Oaks is located at 910 Memorial Drive, Pittsburg, Kansas. To purchase some games, call 620-231-8070.
Coming up in sports, the Pittsburg State baseball and softball teams are looking for strong finishes to their league schedule.
And a Pitt State track athlete earns an MIAA conference honors. Keep it right here.
Class Limited's mission is helping people with developmental disabilities learn, grow, and aspire to achieve their potentials. Class Limited offers a wide range of innovative services, choices to meet individual needs, and provides opportunities for persons with developmental disabilities in Cherokee, Crawford, Labette, Montgomery counties in southeastern. Help others today. www.classlimited.org.
I rose to glory as the 20s roared. I wept with you through dust and want, gave courage through dark years of war. And then came peace, and we laughed wholeheartedly once again.
Pittsburg State University freshman thrower Bo Farah was named the MIAA Field Athlete of the Week for men's outdoor track and field on Tuesday. Farah posted the top mark in NCAA Division II this season while winning the discus throw competition last Saturday here in Pittsburgh. The Broken Arrow, Oklahoma native tossed the discus 179 feet and 5 inches and beating the field for a third straight week to open his collegiate career. Farrell also earned an NCAA qualifying mark with his second place finish in the shot put, throwing 54 feet and 5 1/4 inches. The Pitt State softball team took on Drury University in their final home doubleheader of the season. Let's get to the highlights for Game 1. It was a very windy day, and the Gorillas would take advantage of that as senior Tiffany Brown steps to the plate and hits her 24th home run of the season, breaking the MIAA single-season record. She also tied the school RBI record later on. Here's Mackenzie Reiner taking it to right field for a solo home run. And later on in the inning, Kylie Guthier hits a liner to left for an RBI. And score the final run of the inning, Avery Beard hits a blooper to center field. Drury defenders a little confused as the ball drops in. Guthier is thrown on second of the play, but the run scores, and Pittsburg State leads 5-1. Bottom of the third inning, Alex Perez hits a solo homer to left field to give Pitt State a 6-1 lead. Now, bottom of the fourth, Cheslin Mitchell hits a solo home run off of the scoreboard. Next up, Brown gets her second home run of the game as she takes one to right center, her 25th home run of the season. And to finish off the game, Guthier smashes a 3-run homer to left field to give the Gorillas an 11-2 victory. Now we'll get on to Game 2. Coaches Elizabeth Economon and Chantel Wilson exchange lineups before the game. As we'll start bottom one, Mackenzie Reiner singles to right field, bringing home Cheslin Mitchell. Next batter up, freshman Nicole Neese hits a 2-run home run to center field. As we see that right here, Neese, her 10th home run of the season. Next up, Brenda George reaches out narrow as the ball gets through the second baseman's legs. Next up, Mitchell hits the ball to the right side, takes a funky hop, and Jordan Bradshaw will score on the play to give the Gorillas a 5-0 lead. Now, bottom three, Mitchell drives a 2-run homer to left center to push the Gorilla lead down to 9-0. Top of the fourth, Carrie Hillenberger hits a liner at pitcher Sam Grove. Grove gathers herself and makes a play for the out. Bottom of the fourth now will be Mitchell again, this time with a 2 RBI double off the left field wall. Next up, Tiffany Brown sends a towering shot over the left field fence to give the Gorillas a 14-0 lead. And Sam Grove would then get Chrissy Shepard to ground out to second to give the Gorillas a 14-0 victory. The girls will take on Southwest Baptist in Bolivar, Missouri on April 25th and then travel to Warrensburg to take on Central Missouri in their final regular season series. The PSU baseball team lost a close one to rival Missouri Southern in a 6-4 decision in Joplin on Tuesday. The girls had a 2-0 lead heading into the 6th when the Lions batted in 3 runs to gain the lead. The Lions repeated that in the 7th to get a 6-2 lead headed into the 8th. Cody Ball and Nathan Arnold, both of PSU, both had an RBI in the 8th to trim the deficit to 6-4. Missouri Southern is 22-19 on the season, and the Gorillas will return to Pittsburgh to play Nebraska Kearney in a 4-game series starting this evening at 6 p.m. The PSU men's golf team has had an up-and-down season. At the beginning of the season, the team started off firing on all cylinders. However, they've seen some rough outings of late, but all of that could be forgotten with a strong showing at the MIAA Conference Championships. GTV's Gannon Vey has more.
With less than 1 week away from the MIAA Championship, the PSU's men's golf team are preparing themselves for the championship on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon at Crestwood Country Club in Pittsburg, Kansas. Junior golfer Brendan Winfrey tells us about how the team is doing this year.
We started off really well this year. We had a really good start. We actually were in second place after our first round as a team this year, but we slowly kind of went backwards from there in that tournament. But really, we're just about middle of the pack, trying to play up to our potential, really. We just haven't really put it together yet this year, but we're looking to do that in our last tournament here.
Head coach Todd Loveland is optimistic that the team will play well at the championship at Albemarle Country Club in Lawrence, Kansas. Coach Loveland talks about what it takes to be a college golfer.
I mean, everyone thinks college golf is the elite game, and it's such a, so easy. Why don't you want to be a college golfer? They do put time in, and it's a commitment. It's 4 to 5 days a week, every week, from August through when school's out, December 15th. We practice after the season all the way through. They have their Christmas break. We come back. We start a weightlifting program. It's 4 hours, 4 days a week, an hour or two a day. And then probably about February 15th, cold, wind, or snow, we're out there.
One thing that Coach Lovin likes about the MIAA is that every team is solid and anyone could walk away at the top of the conference after the tournament on Monday. For GTV, I'm getting they.
The MIAA Men's and Women's Golf Championship will be hosted by Alvamar Country Club in Lawrence, Kansas this year. Round 1 of the 3-round event tees off Monday, April 21st at 8:30 a.m. That's it for this week's Cap 13 Sports Update. Coming up next, Robin C. Taneski takes us a continent away for a delicious Brazilian treat. You won't want to miss this.
Class Limited's mission is helping people with developmental disabilities learn, grow, and aspire to achieve their potentials. Class Limited offers a wide range of innovative services, choices to meet individual needs, and provides opportunities for persons with developmental disabilities in Cherokee, Crawford, Labette, Montgomery counties in southeastern. Help others today. www.classlimited.org.
It's late. I'm out. Forgot my copy. Yeah.
Welcome back. On this week's In the Kitchen, we're going to show you how to make a tasty Brazilian treat.
That's right. Our own Robin Taneski takes our mouths to South America with this decadent creation.
What's up, GTV? I'm Robin Taneski, and as you know, Easter's all about candy. Well, I'm sure you're gonna have a lot with your family this weekend. I'm not gonna be with mine, but today I'm gonna teach you a recipe that, for me, tastes like home. It's Brazilian truffles, and they're called brigadeiros, so let's get started.
All you need is a can of condensed milk, some butter, and unsweetened coconut. Mix it all in a pot. Turn the heat on and stir until the condensed milk releases itself from the bottom. After that, let it cook for about 2 minutes. Once the dough is cold enough, make the truffles. Have some butter in your hand so the dough doesn't stick. Make balls and cover them with coconut. You can put chocolate inside or make the dough with dark chocolate too.
We'll be back next week with more In the Kitchen. Meanwhile, be sure to follow us on Twitter at caps_13. Ciao.
Welcome to International Students Association. National Students Association, ISA, is a group of students from all the corners of the world. What we do is to promote all the various cultures, but we are not only limited to all the countries of the world. We welcome Americans as well. Everybody is welcome to participate, learn about the cultures of the world. and just to have fun. We are about hanging out. That is what we do at ISA.
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 Come join us.